Hey guys, what's going down? I've been doing this video off for an extremely long time, and the reason is because some of the things that I'll share in this actual video are actually highly sensitive things, and they're things that I've experienced in my own life, things that I've actually done to others, and things that others have actually done to me. And I gotta be real with you, some of the things that I'm gonna be sharing in this video, they're not for everybody probably that has actually clicked on this video. Now I understand, like my YouTube channel is a new YouTube channel, and I am new at making content, but that has nothing to do with some of the experiences that I've had. And I know that you probably haven't actually met me in person or ever heard of me. For those of you that do know me, or that, we have met in person, hi. But if you're just clicking this video, some of the things that have led me to actually be creating this video here would blow your mind, and they would cause you to think and probably, question, hey, is what I'm going through right now 10% of what, he's gone through? Now, if it's not the case, then, I fully respect that, and man, my heart goes out to you, and I have nothing but compassion, care, concern, and help for you. You always have help in me. You can directly reach out to me, and I will do everything in my power to help you in any situation possible. But what I'm talking about here is essentially the fact that 4 years ago, I was completely strung out on fentanyl. Yeah, it's a crazy thing, really. And one of the things that, most people, my family included, don't really even understand or know is that within a 60-day time frame, at one point in my addiction, I overdosed 3 different times. I overdosed on fentanyl on 3 separate occasions within a 60-day timeline. And I don't know if you guys know this, and I'll talk a little bit about this a little later in the video, but when you overdose, when you die on a narcotic like fentanyl, it damages your brain. Literally, it damages your brain. It limits the oxygen that's flowing to your brain and getting into your blood. I'm not going to get into my story before I, was a drug addict, but I had already been struggling for years with severe learning disabilities and behavioral problems and, focus problems or whatever. And so, adding this on top of it really, it's not doing anything, for my mental power. So now that I'm a real estate investor, and I'm on a sales journey here. I'm crunching numbers, I'm running plays, I'm closing deals, and I'm, getting people to lean on the pen, day in, day out, week in, week out, quarter after quarter. And the dealio is I've had to do some serious work, and I have years of work to do because of my addiction. And that's reality. So, you know, like, look at me right now. If you're still watching this video and you have a fentanyl addiction or any sort of addiction whatsoever, I'm going to tell you right now, the advice that you're being given currently is bad advice. If you want to get off drugs, like for real, like permanently, like for more than, you know, a few days, a few months. And hey, I'm not telling you that I've reached the success that I want to reach. I haven't at all, but I can tell you right now, I haven't touched the damn thing for over 4 years now, and I'm not gonna touch it. You know, so I don't struggle with it. I don't want to touch it. Okay, I do believe that God delivered me from it, but I'm gonna tell you that I went through rehab after rehab after rehab. I got in trouble for years and years and years, and I'm going to tell you right now, the advice, if you're struggling with drug or alcohol addiction, the advice that you're given is bad. Number one, the addiction's not your fault. Number two, most 99% of everything you're being told is a lie, and it's bad advice. And number three, I'm going to tell you right now what you need to do if you want to totally get off drugs and alcohol, if you're addicted to it, or whatever it is, whatever the addiction is. I'm going to give you the trick, the key, the tip, the main thing to get off. And it's what I've been doing. And hey, do I recommend it? I don't know. I do, for me. It's working for me. I got 2 kids, a beautiful wife. I'm a full-time real estate investor. And I do not do drugs. And, you know, hey, like, if you are not using drugs, or you don't know what addiction's like, or you don't know what that's all about, you can click off this video. But if you have been involved with addiction, or you are actively involved with addiction, you know what I'm talking about. Like, if you could just get through being sick, like, you could probably get to whatever life it is that you need to get to, that you could have, that you know that you should have. You could probably build the life that you want if you could just get through being sick. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So I encourage you there, but I also want to talk about any sort of addiction, any sort of substance or behavior that you can't stop doing. I'm going to tell you what type of person you are. Okay? Because you know, hey, are you sick? I don't know. You tell me if you're sick. It doesn't really matter. You can't stop doing something, and so you need to replace that something. Okay? Yeah, I encourage you find God, for sure. 100%. But you know what I really encourage you to do? You need to get involved with sales. You need to get involved with real estate. You need to get involved with a hustle. You need to become an entrepreneur and pursue hardcore activity. Get involved with the right group. Get involved with hardcore activity, and you need to do your first deal. That's if you want to be involved in real estate. But you can build the life you want to build if you get involved with real estate, 100%. I guarantee you that. And even before you have the life that you want to build, your dream, super supreme premium lifestyle that you want to build, real estate's just going to give you option after option after option. You will never have a cap on your options if you get into real estate. I promise you that. Okay? There's a lot of stress. There are a lot of issues involved with being a real estate professional or entrepreneur or agent or investor, whatever it is. If you're involved with real estate, there's issues. But I'm going to tell you, it is a surefire way to be successful, 100%. So if you're into drugs and you want to get off drugs, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to just get involved with real estate, okay? You don't need to find your passion. You don't. You might be thinking, like, what kind of fucking crazy ass fucked up advice is this? But I'm just going to be straight up real with you. This has worked for me, and it can work for you. Real estate on any level, project manager for a flipping company, acquisitions. If you have access to capital, start investing, learn how to invest, become an investor, obsess, geek out, neglect everything you possibly can. Neglect your current addiction and replace it with something that is going to feed your family and build up the community. Don't believe me? Try it out. Go look up some success stories. I can tell you testimony after story after example. Do it. So I overdosed 3 times on fentanyl, went to several year-long rehabs, came from zero business background, came from zero capital or backing, essentially, lower middle class, parents involved with the ministry, super learning disability issues, behavioral issues, spiraled into addiction, dropped out of high school, still do not have a GED or a high school diploma, severely stubborn, cocky, overconfident, hard-headed, and living a super, chaotic, damaging sort of a lifestyle. And, it wasn't until until I started taking total, full, 100%, responsibility for putting the pieces together, for building brick by brick by brick the bridge to my success journey and taking responsibility for that. It wasn't until that started happening that, I saw any sort of results whatsoever. And, man, you can do it. You can do it. You can get through it. You're being told to take on less, to do less, to think small. I would highly recommend that you, number one, get married and have children. Because that's going to pull you forward. Every day, that's going to pull you into the future. Okay? I recommend you get into sales, or you become an entrepreneur, or you become an investor. You need to have a massive amount of stress, weight, and responsibility to propel you into the future. You need a pull and a push, okay? Let your family and your children pull you forward. Have your mission in your career push you forward, okay? And you need to get involved with people that are not involved with addiction and haven't been involved with addiction, okay? I'm not saying to replace your support group, but I'm saying on a professional level, don't go link up and get into business with your buddies who are using dope, or people that have used to be into it, or anybody, people that are handing out opportunities, around whatever environment you're currently in. Get away from all those people. Get away from all those people. Abandon those people and get involved with high-level professionals that do not have a background with addiction. Get away from the addiction, get away from the culture, get away from the environment, and get in with a good group, okay, that's not doing any of that stuff, that doesn't have that background, okay, and change your situation. Let's go.